So this video is a collaborative video that we made with one of the nursing care facilities that we visited during the trial. I hope.
You can have a positive impact on how the person you're caring for in residential care recovers from their hip fracture, especially for those with dementia. As part of the recovery team, working together and setting goals with the resident and their family is really vital.
Get them out of bed and move into the first day of return from hospital.
Manage pain early, if necessary with medications to allow movement. Balance the use of effective pain medication with maintaining their alertness to participate.
Pain management is integral to recovery mobility.
Maximising mobility will minimise long-term pain. Update the person's care plan to ensure this reflects the resident's progress towards recovery. Monitor their nutrition, diet and eating by weighing the resident on return from hospital and on a regular and ongoing basis. Monitor food intake and provide high protein and high energy meals and supplements.
Mobility matters as it allows for a more meaningful life.
It supports socialisation such as eating with others and participation in activities they value, like going out with their family, for example. You and your recovery team can make all the difference. So remember, we need to
plan together,
manage pain, monitor their nutrition, and get them out of bed. Get them out of bed. Get them out of bed. Be part of their recovery.
Okay, so I think that's a very inspiring video, and I have to say congratulations to both research groups on researching a group of patients which many people have feared to tread towards studying before, so congratulations on that. Now, are there any questions and comments from the audience about those two presentations?
Just a quick question about, you mentioned at the end on in terms of the exercise intensity. If you're in your exercise interventions, how did you monitor or determine if the intervention was sufficiently intense for it to be effective?
Yeah, you know, we actually haven't done the content analysis yet, but which is why we were really said you have to tell us how far they walked. You have to tell us, and so we're hoping when we do the content analysis, we can actually detect, you know, what were the elements that people did most commonly, and which ones seem to be related with the best recovery. So we actually don't know yet. But we do have all the data. It's just sitting there for me to troll through, and I haven't quite gotten there yet. But I'm hoping that we can just hone it down. I mean, I think one of the things that we knew we couldn't do, and even as Maggie discussed, is be prescriptive, right? These patients were still highly variable in their interest and their willingness to participate in the program, and so we still need to say what we could describe the median. So you notice I chose median, not the mean, because it was just, let's describe the middlemost, because it's quite variable across the participants. So, but I think there's probably some messages in there, certainly about who you would put in the program, and also about what you might focus more on, what seems to have the best bang for a buck, if you will, in terms of delivering the care.
I've got a quick question for Maggie. You've mentioned that the control group in your study had 6 sessions of physiotherapy. And based on what we heard earlier about some of the experiences in the UK, is that we don't often see patients even reaching the point of referral if they've got some of these barriers to recovery. So it'd be interesting to really hear about your experiences of like actually what usual care is, and whether that impacted on the results you found.
Yeah, well, of course, that usual care was in the nursing home, so it was, I mean, it was difficult because I know the qualitative study pointed out that, for example, if there was a physiotherapist 1 day a week in the nursing home, and someone came back from the nursing, and the physio came on a Wednesday, and someone came back to the nursing home on a Thursday, they would wait in bed for 6 days until they were able to be assessed and got up by the physio. That's certainly in Australia very much, and I think it's not the right way to go. I think nursing staff can get people out of bed actually quite well. I think they do a very good job of that. But certainly well, they received very little, and as you can see, in the 4 weeks, they obviously didn't do very well. But of course, all of our participants were really neglected in the acute sector. Like I say, they were either hypervigilant, and so therefore people there were too frightened to know what to do with them, or they were very sleepy and dozy. And again, people, as Lauren, we were talking earlier, I mean, gosh, you just get them out of bed, give them a bit of a pep and help them out of bed, and often that will just increase their alertness and willingness to participate. So I certainly usual care in Australia is very minimal, and I think it does have a profound effect on people's ability to recover.
Yeah, I actually didn't talk about our usual care because it was equally dismal. And so, there's no referral, the same thing, you're going back to a facility. And certainly family members are often aware of what's available at the facility. And so it's highly variable. You do have some nursing homes that actually have rehab staff and physios and multiple PTAs, occupational therapy assistants, who are providing care. And you have some facilities who have 1 OT for 300 residents. And so, families were aware they aren't going to get the care they're receiving in the hospital. We at least had the regional pathway, so all the patients, regardless of what group they were in, were receiving early surgery, early mobility. But the family then had to watch patients who were walking in the hospital not receive really very much care at all when they returned to the nursing home, and would see them lose those initial gains that they were doing. And they knew that when they were going back to say, they aren't going to get this rehab at the hospital, that when they go back to the facility, can't they go somewhere else to continue to try and recover? And I think we hear this frequently. If you've got a bed in the system, that's where you're going, and there's not that consideration of, there's no rehab available as well. So our usual care didn't look any better than Australia's.
And I might add too that there are a number of people who declined to be involved in our trial because they said, oh no, we don't need to do this. When we get back to the nursing home, everything will be fine. They'll get mum sorted out. And we had a number. I think we probably had about a dozen phone calls from families who declined initially, ringing me after they'd gone back to the nursing home to say, oh look, we really have changed our mind, really like the person in the study, because by that time it was too late, which was very sad because we'd already done our baseline. So I think once the families got back to the nursing home, they realised that things were a bit dismal. Some nursing homes were good. Yeah. And this particular nursing home that we actually did these videos with, I wouldn't say that they were doing a lot of therapy when we were involved, when we first went there, but certainly they seem to have cottoned on to the fact that, they can make a difference. And so we've certainly got a few nursing homes now who are really starting to engage. Yeah, so that's good.
Kathy?
So maybe at the moment in Australia there's a royal commission into residential aged care, and some of the high-profile cases that have been found with neglect and things. So do you think the commission would be interested in these findings?
Yes, and yes, I think they would be very interested. And I know Maria Crotty, who's involved in some of the work in the Royal Commission, I'm sure she has made these findings. She's presented some of these findings to the Royal Commission. So we certainly are hoping that it will make a significant difference. We hope so, yeah.
Okay, one last question, and then we'll stop. Yeah.
How many video sessions do we have a week?
3 weeks, so 3 times a week. So 30 sessions is what they received over the 10-week program.
Okay, all right. So thanks very much to Lauren and Maggie for those great talks and for your contributions again. Okay, so we'll stop now for lunch. I think we're due back at 1:10. So enjoy your lunch, and we'll see you on the other side.